So, you want to learn how to play chess? Well, you're in the right spot, guys, because today is the day I am going to host a basics chess tutorial. A few of you guys have asked me to do this, aka one of my good friends and his kids are getting into chess. TJ, my man, he's been constantly coming on and supporting the stream. Him and Christian, both of you guys have been amazing. And so I wanted to do this really for you guys, plus anyone else. I know these days their chess has gotten so much more popular, and a lot of people really want to learn how to play. So this is for anybody who wants to learn how to play chess that has never played the game before or is just new to the game. Okay. So, yeah, nothing crazy, guys. Really, what I want to do is I'm going to go through how all the pieces work, how all they, how they move, and then I'm going to kind of work my way up to basic strategies and kind of, you know, what to look for in a position, how to analyze a position, stuff like that. And yeah, here in a minute, whenever my buddy and his kids jump in, I'm going to play them one on one and kind of go through my thought process as I play them. And hopefully, this is instructional and everybody learns something. But while we wait for them to get on, let's play a few games. Let's play a game or two. I think they're going to be about 20 minutes on in 20 minutes. So yeah, guys, let's just play a game. I've been playing. I didn't get to stream over the weekend. It was a pretty crazy weekend, to be honest, but a great weekend. So yeah, just didn't get time to stream, but that's okay. We're streaming tonight. GH Poncho is in the house. What is up, my brother? Dude, good to see you, man. Great to see you, dude. Holy crap. So I mentioned this in one of my shorts because he made a comment, but now it's official. On the live stream, we have a literal celebrity in the chat, GH Poncho. This man does it all. He is a rapper, streamer, longtime friend, just a good dude, guys. Just a really good dude. So thanks so much, man, for popping in today. Man, 100%. I don't know if you guys can see this on the video, but it's so funny because the emojis are going crazy right now, and that is literally GH in a nutshell. The man does not stop. Dude, I hope you've been doing good. It's been too long, man. It's been super long, bro. We have got to get together sometime and hang out. And probably not play chess. I can't imagine you sitting still long enough to play this game, to be honest, or at least learn it. But if you want to know how to play it, you're in the right spot, bro. I don't know if you heard my intro, but today is the day I'm literally, I'm going to do a little basics tutorial after a game or two. My buddy TJ that you met at the wedding shower. Okay, real quick, I gotta say something. So this guy, he's playing really aggressive. I actually think he just made a big mistake. So I'm gonna go here, and that pins his knight. Okay, he can castle immediately. He hasn't lost his knight yet, but he's dangerously close. This pawn is hanging. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I mean, I think I could just take this. So takes. Is he trying to do something here? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, he's doing this. I don't see. Okay, okay, okay. So his whole idea is he checks me, then he can take my bishop. Yeah, that's true, bro. But what if I take it with the knight? So now you take this, and I can take the other bishop. So now you're down a bishop. Hmm. Well, where was I? I think I was about to start a fresh new the first game of the night, guys, is what I was about to do, because that last game never happened. That's for sure. I cannot believe that just happened. That was actually hilarious. I'm literally telling everybody I'm about to do a chess tutorial and I hang my queen in one move. That is hilarious. Let's not do that. That's crazy, actually. That's actually crazy, bro. Wow, that's hilarious. Well, shake it off because I got a lot of chess to play tonight, and that hurt my soul. If I'm being honest. Okay. I literally was setting it up like, man, this guy's an idiot. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, jeez. What am I doing? What am I doing? Uh, so I have no confidence right now, by the way. But I feel like he's about to lose a pawn. Wow, I just got here in time for the first game. Nah, bro, Austin, what's up, dude? This is the first game. I hope you mean this game because I'm about to have to learn how to edit because that other game cannot make it into a video. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna leave it in. But that's oh that hurt. That hurt. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm not sure again. Okay, I'm afraid to say this again because of what just happened, but I don't know what this guy is doing. He literally just hung a pawn. So whatever, I'll take it. That is really weird, especially at my level. Well, I mean, I hung a queen, so how do you get? I can't get over it, man. I cannot get over it. Austin Smith is in the chat, man. Austin is my actual blood brother. Finally, I got a family member coming in and showing some love. So, guys, I'm up a pawn. I could just take this, and if he takes, the thing is, if he takes with queen, now I win another pawn. But if he takes with this queen, I open up his So, I almost never want to say this again, but I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he's playing fast probably and just made a dumb mistake. But this game's going much better than the first one. Let's just. I mean, that's not a free pawn he can take back. So, but I mean, it's not good to have two double pawns like that. Usually, I'm happy. Oops, I did not mean to do that, but that's not a terrible move. Golly. Oh man, what a weird start to the day, guys. What a weird start to the day. Oh man, Austin, are you off work or are you working right now? Are you just got on break and see your live? I can't wait to see it when you got this. Thanks, man. I appreciate the confidence. I feel like I'm gonna win this one too, brother. I feel like I'm gonna win this one too. So yeah, he's just defending the knight. I think I'm just yeah. I'm just gonna go here. Now this is having two pawns in the center is like the holy grail. Like this is the absolute best thing ever. By the way, guys, I don't usually wear a tie, although I think I do look handsome in it. I'm wearing a tie today because I'm doing a little academy later on how not to hang your queen. Again, that's not a good move, man. I understand what he's doing. He's threatening checkmate actually, but so if I go here, I mean, he just comes with his queen, but I can just defend that, and then what? You know, then what? Okay, then this. So I gotta be careful here, guys. So let's go here. Let's go here. No, let's go here. Can he attack me here? Not immediately. So I went here because he was attacking here and threatening mate at the same time. That's your favorite opening, two pawns in the middle. Well, if I could get this every game, yes, that would definitely be my favorite. But this is very rare because basically your opponent should be doing everything in their power to not let this happen. So this is not a traditional opening because there's no opening that could guarantee this. This is basically ideal. Um, it's what you're trying to get. Yeah. So he has a very obvious tactic here, or he's playing very obvious. He wants to go here so he can threaten my queen, so I move it, and then he really wants this checkmate. But this is just not good. It's just not good. I'm gonna because all I have to do if I go here, he goes here. So I could just go here first. That basically stops this whole idea. So let's do that. Um, and then yeah, I'm just gonna kick his knight out, and then he has nothing. So he went with this whole attack, super aggressive attack. The only thing he has on me right now is I'm down about a minute on the clock. So, and that's mostly just because I'm. Guys, I might have forgot to play chess. I might, on the super low, I might have forgot to play chess, guys. I just hung my rook. I mean, I was correct this whole time, I guarantee it. But I just hung my rook. I don't know. Goodness gracious, guys. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Don't lose faith in me now, Austin. This guy's still an idiot. I'm gonna win. I'm still gonna win. Golly, man, I haven't hung a piece. We're not related. Dude, you went from having all the confidence in me in the world to literally all the hate. That's crazy. This is still really bad for him, though. I mean, a rook is a lot. To be down a rook is a lot. So this is not going to be easy, especially not nearly as easy as it should be. But I still think I could win. We're not related is crazy. Dude, what am I doing? Well, okay, that's not a good move, actually, because he has nowhere to go. I can't take it yet because he's defending with the queen, but um, all I have to do is find out the best move to kick this queen out before, yeah, and he can't move back. So how do I want to do that? I think the easiest way. So I can't go here because he can go here. So what if I go here? So preparing this basically, defending this pawn. He always has these checks though, because I let him in my position. Like insane actually. But let's develop a piece instead. That's better. Because again, we're doing the same thing, but we're developing a piece. So let's do that. And now what are you gonna do? Because I'm preparing. My next move is right here, and then you lose your knight, and he can't immediately save it because I attack it. Okay, that's fine. He just this is gonna be a trade of queens, but again, he's still gonna lose the knight. He's still gonna lose the knight, and that means I'll have two pieces. I'll have two pieces for a rook, and he has an extra pawn. So this is a weird game, by the way. This is a really weird game. I don't even know if I deserve to be wearing this tie after hanging that rook, to be honest. Yeah, so he takes with the, okay, so all in all, we're doing fine, to be honest. So the whole game is going to come down to these pawns right here. So honestly, it's usually not good to trade your pieces whenever you're down, which I am down, but in this case, if he takes this, I'll be I'll have three, yeah, I'll have three pawns connected in the center, which is really good. And basically, the whole idea here is just to push these pawns and try to promote a queen, right? That's what this is all going to be about now. And he has two rooks that he's going to be bringing to the center here pretty soon. I'm going to put my rook right here behind this pawn, which is my furthest push pawn. And it's going to be really hard for him to defend that, let me tell you. So, yeah, let's just go. And he's probably going here, trying to get some counterplay. Okay, that's fine. So let's just let's push. See how he defends this. He's probably going to go here and then maybe try to double his rooks. He may just sack a rook, to be honest. He's going to try to bring his queen. Let's prevent that. So he can't go here. He's probably going to go here now. If he moves here with the pawn, that's a huge mistake because I don't take, I push. And now I have two connected pawns, 2 squares away from queening. That would be a huge mistake. Yeah, so he doesn't do that, which makes a lot of sense. Okay. Here. Defending. This pawn is protected by this pawn. So this pawn is the weakest pawn. So I need to protect it with the rook. Unfortunately, both of these pawns are stuck on light squares. So here's what I'm going to do. Both of those rooks can't... I can almost sack this bishop for this pawn. Let me... Okay. You can go here. So here, and he probably goes here. Do I care? Go back. That pawn is going to be the bane of my existence. So I think I just need to activate my king. Can't go here because it blocks my rook. So I think I go here and just try and get in with my king. Because this is now the end game. So we're on the end game now. Normally you don't want to bring your king out into where it can be attacked, but in the end game, the king is a really good attacking piece if you play it right. So I just got to be careful because if I bring my king all the way over here, then there's nothing, protecting these pawns. So I'm going to have to quickly find a way to advance if I do this. Let me just think of an idea because, okay, I think that was, okay. Here he takes, here, 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 here. Doesn't work. Man, this is tough. He's gonna win one of these pawns, but I think this is okay. So he's gonna go here. And I don't push yet because I need this other bishop defending. This is not easy at all. And I only got 2 minutes left. I gotta play faster. So I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to stop thinking through everything. Yeah, it's a good move. It's a good move. Dang. Okay, so it's gonna be less about those pawns in the middle now. It's gonna be more about these since he grabbed that. But we just switch to these pawns now. And yeah, I gotta play faster. I really need him to hang a rook. 2 rooks is so strong, especially in the in game. 2 rooks is so strong. But if I can't just trade mine because I need mine. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. He's gonna go here. And I just have to go here, 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 here. Um, I gotta go. I gotta move. Minute 27. He's coming here for sure. This pawn is weak. Does he go for it? If he does, I think I go here. I can't go there. I can't push. I have to trade a rook. That's rough. That's rough, guys. He has so much time. So now he's definitely going there, and I can go here. No, I can't. I go here. He takes. I take. No, he's taking the check. That's okay because so he goes here. Yeah, so he goes here. I go here. He takes with check. I go here. He has to move his rook. He can go there though. Oh, he can go there, and I can't defend because it's yeah. I mean, I have to let this happen. Um, so yeah, I had to go down instead of up, which is what we calculated before. I take this. He takes the other one, and now this is an easy win for him. Man, he played this really well. GG's to my opponent. Um, there's really no way for me to stop this. He just has too much material. Uh, yeah, I can't move this pawn because then he takes the bishop. Um, okay, I can move it now, but again, it's completely lost. He goes here and he wins the. And he can't go there, but he goes here and here, and he can win the pawn. I'm gonna send. I can make it to this and then defend again, but yeah, it's just losing. Yeah, that was a good move. Good maneuver. Nothing I can do, guys. Literally nothing I can do here. Just gotta try to play quickly. Maybe he'll make a blunder. Um, that's basically all I can hope for now. I could probably resign, but I'm not going to because let him earn it. Probably my best, my only chance here is to go for a stalemate. He's probably just gonna end up checkmating me here with these pawns. Yeah, I gotta get out of the way. I gotta go here. Otherwise, it was checkmate. Um, and he moved my king out of the way. He's playing this really well. Um, Rook down. It's all losing. Although I'm hanging in there. They're definitely stream sniping. Yeah. If you aren't the only person watching my stream, maybe. Maybe. It is possible for me to find repetition here. I honestly doubt it. Again, trying to go for some kind of stalemate. Uh, yeah, no, he takes with queen, and I get the stalemate. Let's go. He is mad. Let me tell you, he is upset. I did. He has so much time. I lured into a stalemate after all that. Holy cow, guys. And so I'm doing an evaluation of the game, and I outplayed him the entire game. I just hung my rook. And, so I'm playing all the best moves here. This, again, it's not hard because he's just playing dumb, like I was saying. Yeah, I didn't mean to play this. Nice. Good job. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to be honest. Yeah, I can't believe I hung my rook. But then the rest of the game, I mean, to be honest, I played pretty good. I was just down a rook, and that's enough if you play right. That's plenty. Yeah, literally didn't make another mistake. Every move is the best move. So, and then he takes it. I can't believe he took it. Whoa, what a game, guys. Holy crap, dude. What a game. What a weird start to the stream. Austin, bro, thanks so much for holy crap, dude. I just closed my chat and now I don't know how to bring it back. That's cool. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Dude, that's crazy. Let's play another one and let's not suck. Let's not suck. So, Austin, you should get Jessica to watch the stream, man. I would love to, because I know she plays chess, and I would love for her opinion on kind of the games and whatnot. Um, but yeah, dude. Oh, Austin, I was gonna call you today. How was the movie, bro? How was the movie? The movie you've been wanting to see your whole life. Markiplier's movie. It came out, right? You saw it in theater? Uh, this is so far just a normal Scandinavian opening. Nothing crazy. So this is protected. I'm threatening his queen. So yep, that's the best move. I just go back. Just go back. And now he can't move that pawn. He can go here, and I go here, and now his pawns would be way too advanced. But that would be pretty. I mean, that would be pretty. It's pretty obvious that's not the right way. So yeah, it doesn't do that. Again, so far this is pretty normal. Yeah, so I'm just gonna leave this knight. He wants this bishop, but I'll just take back with the queen. Actually, I might just take back with the knight. I don't like my knight. I'll take back with the queen, but I'm just gonna develop. Just keep developing. Hey, TJ, the kiddos are on. That's what's up. Great first game. I got to get back to work. You got this. I'll mention it to her. It was amazing, and I'll tell you about it later. I'll have to give you a call. Thanks, bro. Thanks for popping in, Austin. Love you, buddy. GG. All right, TJ. Let me. I'm gonna finish up this game, and then we'll get the academy started. If you can't tell, there's an academy today, guys. If you're just joining the stream, of course there's an academy. That's why I look so professional. Clearly. Love you too, Austin. Um. Okay. It's kind of a weird move. I think I'm just gonna go here. Um. Yeah. So this is the Scandinavian opening. This is the opening I like to play with black. I can castle either way here. Um. Let me think. What is he trying to really accomplish here? He hasn't castled either, so he looks like he's going to castle this way because yeah, he opened this. I forced him to move this pawn earlier. If I go here, that puts pressure. I think I castle here. This is putting pressure right here. So how is he going to defend that? He can't defend it with the pawn. Is he going to defend it with the queen? That looks ugly. I'm happy. I'm happy for that. And then I can continue to put pressure on that pawn. Yeah. So he wants castles as well. Um, I go here. He goes here. No, I think I'm just gonna make an improving move. Simple. Just slightly. Just gonna slowly improve my position. Got to be a little careful here. My queen is getting uncomfortably. I'm running out of moves with my queen, so I gotta be careful. I was gonna go back there. I think I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Cameron, what's up, Cameron? What's up, brother? Thanks for popping in on the chat, man. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it, brother. Is this a new YouTube account or is this one you always use? Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This game can get really crazy really quick. If I go right here, that threatens check here, and then mate in a few moves. Okay, totally, dude. Nice, man. I'm looking forward to playing some chess with you guys, talking through my moves, and hopefully we all can learn something today. So I can go for an attack here, is what I was saying, but he just goes here. So then what do I do after that? I go here. He can trade knights. I don't mind that, and then this is open. Honestly, I think this is my personal YouTube account. Nice, bro. Have you made a chess.com account yet? Have you played any games? This might be a bad move. This is risky. This is super risky. I'm going for, yeah. So I'm going for the gusto here. So my idea was he takes this knight. Let's see if he does that. Again, if he does, then I take back with the knight. Okay, he didn't take back with the knight. He defended. So I'm thinking I'm thinking about sacrificing the bishop here. So takes, he takes, and now I'm in with the queen. Again, this is a little, I could move my rook over here first. That might be the way. Let's do that, I think. I'm looking at sacrifice opportunities right here. It might have been better to take right away. This might be a little too slow for an attack. Okay, now if he takes with the knight, I have to take with the queen. That was a really good move, and that confirms what I was thinking. I should have taken with the bishop first because now he wins the rook. Why does he win the rook? Because my queen is being attacked and my rook is being attacked at the same time, and I can't move them both at the same time. I do have a check, but he just takes. Let me just verify I don't have a way out of this, but I don't think so. He just found a good tactic, good on my opponent. I'm going to go here. He's definitely going to take, and then I'm just going to take back. And I'm still kind of threatening this, but the problem now is he has too many pieces looking over here, and most likely I'm not going to be able to get in. Yeah, and he sees the threat coming. He sees this coming. So I can still do it. Takes. I just want to make sure I have a follow up because now I'm down an exchange, a bishop for a knight for a rook. Yeah, it's a little too risky now that I'm down material. I think we just play normal chess. It's just an exchange. I can still win this. I mean, I can still just play normal chess here. So if I go here, he takes. I threaten the queen, but is that good? Probably not because I'm down material. I think I'm just gonna take this free pawn. I don't see a way he can punish it. So I'm gonna take it. This is a tough game, guys. This is a tough game. Something I got to pay attention to also is I got 5 minutes. He has 7, so I am down on time here. So I don't want to get too far down on time. Now, what's his next move? What is he gonna do? He may just go here trying to trade pieces. That would be pretty reasonable. I'm thinking he's gonna move his bishop. He does move his bishop, not in the squares that I chose, but he does move it. So again, my queen's being attacked again. He's trying just to trade all my pieces. Okay, here's what he does. He's expecting me to take back with the queen, but I'm actually going to take back with this pawn. Again, playing a bit risky, but I need to because I'm down on exchange. Why did I do that? Because now this file is open and I can move this rook here, and I have more attacking opportunities this way. I'm pretty sure that was the best move. Okay, I can go here. No, he wins the pawn. Let me just bring the rook like I planned. He's not threatening anything quite yet. If he takes the knight, I just take back and he loses a knight for a queen. That's not a good move. Oh, okay, so he also has this battery lined up. I gotta be careful with that. Okay, and he foresees my attack coming right here. But that's okay. There's definitely gotta be there's gotta be tactics here. So the trouble I have is I can't really move this knight, and if he could just go. I can't really move this knight because then he takes this pawn. Could go here, defending it twice. That would allow me to move my knight. But where do I want to put my knight? Man, this is tough. And I really need to move faster, guys, because I'm down on time. So here threatens the rook. Gosh, guys, I'm gonna go here. I need to make moves fast because again, the time is important. Yeah, and he realizes that I'm down on time. That's okay. I think that's fine. He's still yeah, that's fine. He can have that. Actually, if I go okay, honestly, I think he's getting a little greedy now because his queen is all the way over here. Now he can go here and checkmate. I just go here. I'm safe. Um, and now his queen's over here, kind of out of the way. Yeah, he's going pawn hunting again. Probably not the way. Now, will he beat me? Very possible. But now I have a check, and I really now I need to be aggressive. I gotta prove my um attack here somehow. So here, check takes. Okay, I like that. So check takes. I don't have quite follow up. Double check. He has to move. Where does he go? There's got to be there's got to be a tactic here. Takes check here check. I'm going. No, he has the queen. No, he can't take with the queen yet because I have the rook. Oh man, I don't know. Takes. I still have this double check, but I can't take back with the rook. Oh, this queen is in the way. Uh, here. Uh, um, I can take. I can take here. No, I can't. Crap, guys. I don't see it. I don't see the mate. I feel like there has to be one, but I don't see it. Moving the queen over gives me a, okay. I think this is the way. Oh man, I gotta hurry up and move. I don't see it yet, but I gotta go. I don't think it's best for him to check me here. I don't think that's what he's gonna do. Honestly, he should probably just attack my queen, not that way. That would lose his rook. What's his best move, guys? Yeah, I don't think that's it because what's his follow up? Okay, but I'm safe here. And if he just keeps going pawn hunting, again, I have this attack here. There's got to be a mate here somewhere, and his queen is stuck back here. His best move is probably to get his queen back somewhere and try to trade the queen. Not there because of the knight, but can't go here because I take. His queen's out of the game right now, so you want a little. I think he's a little greedy. Again, I still got to find this mate though. I still got to find this mate. That is easier said than done. The thing is, now I do have this because I have a lot more pieces looking at this pawn than he does. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't see the mate yet, but I gotta do something. So if he takes back with pawn, I take back with queen, and this is do I take here or here? Here, I think it's with queen. He's gonna bring his yeah, because he can't go here now because then I take with check. This is check, but he goes. Wait, this mate. It's the tie, guys. It's the tie. The tie did it, y'all. I did it. Checkmate. And I got a brilliant move. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Holy. What a game. Let me look at this end game. So yeah, that was a brilliant move. I was right. He kept eating pawns. That's not what the position needed right here. And I found, yeah, and this let me in. This was a brilliant move because, yeah, he has to take. And, yep. And this just doesn't, and this just hangs mate. So his best move is to go here. But, and that way he has a getaway square for his queen. But it's inevitably going to be checkmate. He can even take the knight here, which is really crazy. But my pieces are too close, and there's just not. This is just mate. So he had no moves. Conrad, nice win. Thanks, bro. That was a great win. I'm so glad you guys got a chance to see that. So let's do some chess basics. That was far from basic, let me tell you. That was a very complicated game for me, anyway. So just to kind of give you an idea, guys, of where I am in my level, I'm rated 1300 rapid. So 1300 rapid. That's a basic. If you ask Google or ChatGPT, that's basically an intermediate player. I'm an advanced to mid intermediate player in chess. Not a professional by any means. Awesome, TJ. Yes. So let's. But so I'm not a professional by any means, but I am pretty decent at the game. I think so anyway. So first thing I'm going to do is turn off these lines because I don't like those. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to do, guys, is let's just talk about each piece. Okay, one at a time. I'm gonna be the best teacher. No pressure. I really appreciate the confidence, man. But yeah, let's see how good I am after the lesson, because I still have no idea. So let's just start with all the pieces, right? I want you to know all the options you have for the pieces. So pawns all start right there. I've got my dad's phone for chat. Nice. Awesome, guys. So only the pawns are super unique. First of all, every piece is worth a certain amount of points, right? So what the points do is really just give you an idea of if you're winning or not. So a pawn is worth 1 point. Okay, a bishop is worth 3 points. A knight is also worth 3 points. A rook is worth 5 points. And a queen is the most of all, is worth 9 points. Again, what do these points mean? It's really just an idea of if you're winning or not. So it also gives you an idea of if you should trade that piece for another piece. So what do I mean by that? If your opponent has a queen, okay, and you want to take the queen, but that queen, let's say, is defended by a rook, okay. Well, obviously, it's better to take that queen, and if he takes your knight, well, you're winning because a queen is worth more than a knight, right? So again, the points is just to give you an idea of what the pieces are worth. All right. So again, pawns are worth 1 point each. Okay. Now, what does a pawn? What can a pawn do? Right. So that's the points. Okay. That's the points of the pieces. Now let's look at how the pieces move. So the pawns, they usually just move one space at a time. Right. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. It's super unique in the beginning, though. They can actually move, and you see these dots. You see these dots. Oh gosh, I don't know how do you do this. I can't point this way. Okay, you see the dots right here on the D file. So this is telling you where that piece can move, right? So when you're first starting the game, a pawn can move 2 squares. After that, it can never move 2 squares again. It can only move 1 at a time. Okay, but at the very beginning, it can move 2. You don't have to move 2. You can just move 1, but you have the option at the only in this, whenever the pawns are right here, you have the option to move them twice. Okay. Now, pawns are honestly, they're only worth 1 point each, but they're super important to the game of chess because they make like a fortress. So that's why all the pieces back here are behind the pawns, because they're protecting your more valuable pieces back here. Does that make sense, guys? The pawns are the weakest, so they go in the front, right? And it's protecting all this. So if you start losing pawns, you know, it puts holes in your position, right? So if you start losing pawns, now your king can be attacked, your queen and your rook and your knight, all these pieces now, you can attack them. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You can attack them, you know, like this. So now I can attack this king, whereas before I couldn't because it was blocked by the pawn, right? Does that make sense, guys? The pawns are like the wall in a kingdom. The kingdom is all the important stuff inside, and the kingdom has a wall on the outside to protect it so nothing can get in, right? That's what the pawns are for. And so they're worth the least amount of points, but they're one of the most important pieces in the game because they protect everything, okay? And the last thing I'm going to say about pawns is they're also very unique because they're the only piece in the game that can't move backwards, okay? They're the only piece in the game that cannot move back. Once you move a pawn forward, it can never go back again the rest of the game. That's unlike any other piece in the game. Any other piece can go forward, backwards, whatever, but a pawn can only go forward. So you got to be very careful when you move a pawn because you can't move it back, okay? So every time you move a pawn, think, is this a good move for my pawn? Because I can never move it back again, okay? So let's leave that's the pawns, all right? Now, bishops. Bishops are kind of cool too because you have two of them. You have a dark square bishop and you have a light square bishop, okay? The dark square bishop, you'll notice it can only move on the dark squares. It moves diagonally, right? It moves like this. You can move it as far as you want, but it can only move, no matter where I move this bishop, it can never go anywhere but a dark square. So you have a dark squares and light squares, right? The light square bishop is the opposite, right? It can never go anywhere other than on light squares. No matter where I want to move this, it has to always be on light squares. Okay, this is very important. You know, whenever you get into more advanced chess, you'll notice there'll be positions where maybe the light squares are weak in a position. And so then your light square bishop is really strong because it can move across all these light squares. So what do I mean by that? Let me show you. So you notice like all the pawns, every other pawn is on a different square. Now, if I move all my pawns on dark squares like this, okay, now the light squares are very weak. So, sorry, this thing's kind of weird. So that makes this bishop really strong, really strong. Why? Because it can go everywhere. It can go in between all these pawns. You see, these are holes in the position. These pawns moved in a way where it created holes in the wall. Okay? Now, for a piece like the rook, they're not holes, right? Because the rook can only go forward or side to side. It can't break through this wall. There's no way this rook can get in. It's protected by all these pawns. But the light squared bishop, oh, it could just like cheese, like Swiss cheese cut through the position. Really strong. The dark square bishop, on the other hand, it's the weakest piece in the game. Probably worse than the pawns in this position. Why? Because just like the rook, it can't do anything to these pawns. Of course, in this training thing, you can do whatever you want. But in a normal game, you know, you wouldn't want to you can't really get in, you can't get to any of these pieces because all these pawns are blocking you, right? So this dark square bishop is useless. So that's the difference between the light squared bishop and the dark squared bishop, right? They do the same thing. My dad says he likes cheese. No, your dad likes cutting cheese. And by cutting cheese, I mean farting. Let me tell you, when I worked for your dad at Verizon, he had the stinkiest farts out of everybody in the store. And everybody knew it too. He's going to deny it, but trust me, he has some stinky farts. Maybe you guys already know that. So that's the bishops. Okay. The knights. Now, the knights, guys, are some of the most complicated pieces in the game. They're complicated because they're weird. They're just super weird. A knight, it moves in the shape of an L. So everywhere I draw a line, this knight can move. That almost looks like a weird symbol. So everywhere I drew a line, this knight can go. And these lines look really complicated. For example, the bishop is, if I draw all the lines for the bishop, it's really easy because that's, it just goes in a diagonal. Very easy. But a knight, knights are tricky. Really, really tricky. Something to keep in mind about a knight, a fun fact that a lot of people don't know, even some advanced players, is whenever a knight is on a dark square, it can only ever move on a light square, right? So these are the squares that the knight can move to. They're all light squares. When a knight is on a dark square, it can only move on, when a knight is on a light square, it can only move on dark squares. So if you see a knight on a light square, it can only move on dark squares. And it moves in an L shape. Again, it's a weird piece. It's also the only piece that can jump over other pieces, right? So no other piece in the game can jump over other pieces except for the knight. Very unique and weird piece, but a really fun piece too. You can do a lot of crazy things with knights because they can jump over stuff, right? Really tough. You're going to lose a lot. You're going to hang a lot of pieces to a rook. To a knight because of that. Okay, a rook. A rook, really simple, guys. It goes straight and side to side. It goes back, forward, left, and right. Yep, you can move it all around the board. The rook is a really strong piece. Remember, it's worth 5 points. One of the second most valuable piece in the game, according to the points. But it's really, it's also limited because it just can't go diagonal, right? So that's the rook. It just moves up and down, pretty easy to understand. Now you got the queen, right? The most valuable piece in the game. And look at all those dots. Look at all those dots. So a queen is a combination between a rook and a bishop. Because just like so the rook can go up, down, left, and right. And the bishop can do diagonals, right? So the queen can do both of those things. The queen can move diagonally as far as it wants, just like the bishop. But it can also move vertically and horizontally, like the rook. And it's even more powerful. You guys are the best. I love having a chat. I don't usually have a chat. You guys are awesome. The queen can move all directions, right? Now, what's crazy is a bishop. Remember what I just told you about the bishop? Once it's stuck on a square, that it can never go to a dark or light square. Well, the queen doesn't have that problem. The queen can move diagonally on the light squares, but then it can go over to the dark squares and start moving diagonally on the dark squares. That makes this piece so strong. It can do anything, and it's as powerful as both bishops and a rook. Okay, that's how the pieces move. I think you guys probably knew most of that. And of course, you got the king, and it can just move one square, but it can move in all directions. So it can go to all these places. And that's it. And I think you guys knew a lot of those things, but I still wanted to tell you in case somebody didn't. Now, let's talk about capturing pieces. And really, the only thing I want to tell you about capturing pieces, the pawns, again, they're kind of unique. The pawns, I'm going to tell you something you probably know about the pawns capturing pieces, and then I'm going to tell you something I bet nobody knows in my chat right now. Because the pawns are really weird. So I'm actually going to load this as a game. Okay. And as I said, the pawns can move two pieces, two squares at first. Okay. Just like that. And you think because they can move forward, you could take, they can take each other. But they actually can't. I can't take either one of these pawns. Why? Because the pawns take only diagonally, and they can only take diagonally one square. So this pawn can now eat that pawn, or vice versa, right? Like that. Pawns take other pieces diagonally only. I think you probably knew that. Now here's something you probably don't know. When there's a pawn that's advanced to the 5th rank like that, and the opponent tries to pass the pawn with their first 2 square move, like that. This is a very unique situation where I can actually take that pawn with this pawn. It doesn't look like it because I just told you the pawns can take like this, right? And this pawn is too far, you would think. But there's a special move in chess. It's an exception to the rule. I see your question. I'm going to finish this thought, and then I'm going to get to your question. Just not like that. Good question. I'm going to tell you here in just a second. Whenever this situation happens, when the black pawn goes further than the white one, by your 2 square move, you can take it like this. Really, really weird. That move is called en passant. En passant. That's the name of the move. It's a weird name, but that is what it's called whenever you have a pawn advanced and they try to jump your pawn like that. You can do en passant and you can take that pawn just like that. Only time you can ever do that. Crazy, I know. So just so we're clear, if this is the position, okay, I can't take this pawn. And he can't take this pawn. Because it has to only be whenever they do the initial two jump, right? Okay, I hope that made sense. That's kind of weird. Now to answer your question, Conrad, if you're on chess.com, now if you're on your phone, it might be kind of a weird, it might look a little differently, but you can't see. Let me just a second. Let me show you. This is gonna look weird for a second. Oops. This is gonna look weird. Okay, so up here on the top, you're on a laptop. Okay, great. So go to train, and then go down to go to analysis right here. Analysis. Now, once you're here, you can come over here and you can click. So you can just play yourself with the white and black pieces on analysis. But if you go up here and you click setup position, like that, now it looks like this. Where you can clear the board and you can literally make your own game. You can set up a position. You can do anything you want to do. You can have, all the kings. You can do anything. And this is just to kind of practice positions and stuff like that. So let's see how fast I can fix my. There we go. Didn't take too long, I don't think. It is Oh, it's still. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. There we go. I think that's right. Is that look okay? Hopefully. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Now, that's how the pieces move. That's all you guys officially know how everything works in the game now. You know how all the pieces move and how everything works. The rest of the game is strategy, just strategy. Okay. So, quickly, I'm going to teach you a little basic strategy, and then I want to play you guys one on one, each of you. And I want you to continue. I want you to watch the stream while I'm playing you, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what I'm thinking as we're playing, and hopefully that'll help make you a better player. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk strategy now. Okay, guys. So I told you already, the pawn, the pawns are your wall, but they also help take up space in the position. So what you want to accomplish, if you can, is you want to take the center. What do I mean by the center? These four squares right here are the center. No. No reason to be scared, brother. I'll take it easy on you. These four squares right here are the center. They are the most important squares in the game for the most part because they're in the middle of everything, right? So you want to try to take that space up the most you can. The more pieces you have looking at those four squares, the most likely the better your position is, okay? So that's why I like to play the Italian game. And the Italian game is as follows. You know, I would recommend learning one opening. You could learn the Italian. It's a good opening to learn as a beginner because you can play it all the way up to advanced. Some openings are only good kind of in the beginning, and then you have to learn new openings because it doesn't really work anymore. But the Italian game is good because even at the very top players, they still play the Italian. Another good opening, if you don't want to play the Italian, is the London opening. But there's a bunch of openings out there. What I would recommend doing is go on YouTube, search for chess openings, find an opening that you like, and memorize it. And just play it over and over and over again, because the more you play it, the more you will, the more you'll get used to having the same kind of positions. And you can start seeing, strategies and tactics a little bit better because you're so used to it, right? But I play the Italian. The Italian is pawn to e4, and they usually, do this because they also want to take up the center. Again, this is very important. And then I attack this pawn with the knight, okay? And since this pawn is being attacked, then they want to defend it, so they move the knight here typically. And then the Italian game is officially on the board with bishop to c4, okay? This is the Italian game. Now they can do a bunch of other stuff here. They can go here, they can go here, they can go here. They can do a bunch of different things, and I would respond differently depending on what they do. But this is the beginning of the Italian game. And why is the Italian so good? It's good because, look, I have one pawn in the center, a knight looking into two squares on the center, and a bishop looking right through the center. I have all these pieces looking down the center, and now my opponent is going to have to fight to take that center back. So he's almost always going to be on the defense. And I play the Italian very aggressively because I have the center. Okay. This is also really good for a lot of other reasons that I'm going to get into right now. So lesson number one, you want to try to take the center. You want your pieces in the center. Now, lesson number two, you want at the beginning of the game, so do your opening. You should try to have an opening memorized. But if you don't know what to do, or you're not sure how to progress, you want to improve your position, but you don't know how, The main thing you want to do, guys, is you want to get all these pieces. And when I say all, I mean the knight, both knights, and both bishops, and the queen out here. You want them out here somewhere. And that's called developing. You want to develop your pieces in front of your pawns. Now, I know what I said. I said, got the pawns are to protect your pieces. Yes. But the most important piece in the game is your king. So that's what the pawns are protecting. All your other pieces need to go attack the other king. The pawns are, you're going to want to keep them around your king and try not to move them around your king. But you want all your other attacking pieces out here attacking. Okay? So develop your pieces and protect your king. The two absolutely most important things in the game of chess. Guys, listen so carefully right here. If you hear nothing else about what I'm telling you, this is the most important thing. Develop your pieces, get your king to safety. If you can do that, you will be rated 1,000 super fast. 1,000 rated. Only 300 away from me. Because I love it. I love it. Yeah, you'll be rated because so many people forget about this basic strategy. You know, they get so they want to attack so much. They want to put all their pieces out and they want to attack the other king so much that they forget to protect their king and get all their pieces in the game. You know, they want to get their queen out as soon as possible and start attacking stuff. But that's just not good. So, what's the best way? So, it's obvious the best way to get your pieces out, but what's the best way to get your king to safety? Well, there's another special rule. This is the last one in chess. Something you can do unique. I'm going to put the Italian game back. And so, to protect this king, you can do something known as castling. You can castle short or you can castle long. The rules to castle, you can never move your king at all in the game. If you move it one time, then you can never castle. And you can never move the rook, which is the direction you're about to castle. So if I want to castle this way, I can't move this rook ever in the game. If I want to castle this way, I can't move this rook ever in the game until I castle. Okay, what does castling look like? This is the only time in the game you can move your king 2 squares. And when I move the king over 2 squares, it automatically puts the rook on the other side of the king, like this. Okay? That's a castle. That's a short castle. Look how protected this king is. This king is so protected right now. He's got 3 of his pawn buddies and a rook that is super mean, right? And the king, any piece in the game, no matter what it is, even the most powerful piece, the queen, if it tries to attack this king, the king can eat it. No matter how powerful the piece, this is the best, absolute best setup for a castle for your pieces. So remember what I said. Most important things in the game: develop your pieces, and I said protect your king. So the way we protect our king is castling. So develop your pieces and castle your king. Do those 2 things, you're going to win a ton of games in the beginning. So you can also castle the other side, like I said. So, you know, you have to get all your pieces out first. You know, you have to, there can't be anything in the way of your king and your rook. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So all the pieces in between have to be gone for you to be able to castle. So they have to be not taken, but they have to be they have to not be in the way. So I can't castle here. I can't castle here because the queen is in the way, right? Won't let me. So I still got to move it. So now that there's nothing in between these two pieces, I can now castle my king. And this is a long castle, just like that. Okay. 3 pawns and a king. It is super protected. At some point, you might want to go over here to really protect it, but you get the picture, right? Develop your pieces, castle your king. That's your top priority. And I think that's where I'm basically going to end the. That's the basics, guys. That's really it. I hope I didn't drag this out too long. I hope this wasn't too boring. I also hope it made sense. If you didn't hear anything I said this whole time, the only thing I want you to take from this is develop your pieces, castle your king. You'll be shocked to know. I'm going to play you guys here in a second, and I guarantee some of you make the mistake of not doing one of those two things. Okay? So, let's play. Who wants to go first? Who's the brave soul that I get to play first? Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it, Cameron. Conrad, excuse me. Thanks, Conrad. I got to remember who is who. But yeah, I remember you're Conrad. And who's using TJ's account? Was that Camden? Who's using Conrad's account? Or TJ's account? Yeah, it's Cameron. Cool. Cameron, are you volunteering, bro? You want to go first? Add me on chess.com. Do you know how to do that, actually? Okay, yeah, Conrad. Okay, Conrad is on your dad's account. Gotcha. Oh yeah, brother. Okay, yeah, add me, and I'll accept. We'll play a game, and I'll walk you through what I'm thinking, and we'll see how you do after my my expert lesson. Or you could just type your chess.com username in the chat, and I can add you real quick. It's probably easier for me to do it since I'm right here. Actually, do me a favor, guys. Everybody type in their chess.com username in the chat so I can add you all. And if you guys ever want to play a game, even if I'm not streaming, just send me a request and I'm happy to play. If I don't answer the request, I'm busy, but if I can play, I will. Cool. All right. Endeavor Forever. I like that name, bro. And I see the YouTube there too. Let's see. Let's go to here. And I know how to do this on my phone. I've actually never added a friend. On the computer, but I can figure it out, I'm sure. There you are. Add friend. Conrad 1. So, very original, brother. Oops. Add you. All right, Kobe. Boom. Add friend. Okay, I got 3 of you. I'm missing one more. Endeavor Forever. What's that from? What's the Endeavor Forever from? Cameron? I'm very curious. All right. I'm going to send you an invite, Cameron. It's my YouTube channel name. Yeah, but what's it from? You just made it. You just thought of it one day, or is it from something? Because I know a character on an anime named Endeavor, so I'm just curious if it was from that. Okay, so we're gonna play 10-minute rapid games. That means each of us have 10 minutes. And I should have mentioned this in my basics tutorial, but there is one more piece that I didn't talk about, and that piece is the clock, guys. Because at the end of the day, if you run out of time, you lose. So that is a piece just like any other piece. If you're running low on time, you know you got to start playing faster. If your opponent's running low on time, you can use that to your advantage and start playing faster too. So keep that in mind too. The clock is very important. Uh, I sent you. I sent you an invite, Cameron. Do you see it on there? Nice. Oh, and you're starting with white. Wow. It's my YouTube name because my channel is based on God. Love that, brother. Absolutely love that. All right. It's your turn. You're white. Oh, white always goes first. It's kind of weird, but that's just the rules. White will always go first. So I'm ready when you are, brother. Waiting on your move. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ooh. Okay. So taking the center, I like it. I'm gonna play the most combative thing you can play in this position, and I'm immediately going to attack that pawn in the center. So trying to prevent you from taking the center, not allowing you to play the Italian game that I just taught you. Okay, so pawns, they take diagonally. So my pawn is under attack and your pawn is under attack. So that means I can take this pawn. And now this pawn is looking at your knight, right? So now I'm attacking your knight. So now you better move this knight or take this pawn. One of the two. There you go. Now, anytime you have the option to move forward, you want to try to move forward. You genuinely don't want to go backwards. But I understand that I made it kind of tough because I started attacking your pieces immediately. So I'm just going to develop a piece. I'm going to get my knight into the game. Nothing too crazy. This pawn is being, it's in the center. I'm happy with where it is. Yep. So yeah, now it's going to be tough for you to get this knight out where you want it to go because my pawn is there. Developing a piece. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to develop my other knight. That way I'm protecting this pawn now. Okay. Yep. And you're forced to go over here because this is covering that. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to clear out all these pieces over here so I can castle my king. And a castle right off the bat. That's what I'm talking about, dude. I love to see it. Awesome stuff, man. That is going to win you a ton of games. People just forget to do that, man. They forget to protect their king. And the king is Zach is a pawn. Christian's in the chat. What's up, Christian? Okay, so yeah. You're basically offering me a trade of pawns. So you brought this one here. I can take it, but then you can take it back, or you can take it with the queen. Makes total sense. I'm going to go ahead and take it. How's it going, brother? Dude, Christian, you missed an absolutely ridiculous game earlier. One of the first games I played. Great. So you take back with the pawn. Makes a lot of sense. Um, Now I'm gonna get my king castle because I haven't castled it yet. So I'm gonna get mine protected. And now, okay. So you're moving your knight off the into a better square. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'm gonna develop my bishop. My bishop out because it hasn't left the original square yet. And you're developing another piece. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it. The reason I'm taking it is because you got these pawns right here protecting your king, like we did, like we talked about, and now you're forced to take one away. So I'm opening your king like that. Does that make sense? So we traded a bishop for a bishop, which is an even trade, but I didn't. By trading, I didn't hurt my position at all. I still have a very safe king, but I forced you to open your king now. So now I have a way to get in. Okay. So keep that in mind because I may use that here in a second. So now that this pawn is over here and it was protected by this rook and this knight, but now it's not protected by anything. So I'm going to attack it with this knight over here. Now what do? I'm attacking. Excellent, 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 excellent. I hung that. I hung that knight, and you saw it. Very, very good, man. Okay, I'm not doing that again. I got to be careful. So now I'm gonna move my knight over here. Good, great move, great move. And I'm gonna attack your queen, and I'm gonna attack this bishop, and I'm gonna attack this pawn. And that's what's so crazy about the knight. This knight can attack all these pieces at the same time. And the reason why it can is because it's in the center. It's in the center of the board. Very good. You move the queen. Okay. And I'm going to keep developing because I'm still not fully developed yet. I still have pieces that's not in the game. But this is getting kind of tricky already. I'm going to go ahead and get my queen developed. I think I'm going to go to this square over here. Why not? I'm going to move my queen all the way over there. Because it can move really far, and I want to move it all the way over there. What are you going to do now? Developing a knight. I think that's the best move in this position. Getting your final piece in the game. I'm in serious trouble. I'm definitely losing this game right now. Why? Because first of all, you took my knight for free, so you're up a total piece. But also, you got all your pieces in the game, and they're closer to the center than mine are. Really good position here for you. So I got to start doing something. I'm going to go right here. And now I have a serious threat. Do you see the threat I have? What's my threat? You got to be very careful in this position. I have a big threat. Take your time. You got 7 minutes on the clock. A mistake a lot of people make in the beginning is they don't use their clock. They play way too fast. To take your castle? How do I take your castle? I don't know, man. Maybe. Keep checking. A lot of people, they play in the beginning, they play way, way too fast. Okay? You traded. So my knight is worth 3 points, and your queen is worth 9. So you traded your queen for a knight. Not the best move in the position. You want to try to keep your most powerful pieces, but I understand why you did it. Why did you do it? My knight was looking right here, and my queen was also looking right there. My next move was going to be queen to h2, and that would have been checkmate. Because the only move you had was here, but remember, my knight was right there, and my knight also sees that square. So if you would have let me play, if you would have played any other move, I would have just won the game. So you took my knight, and now I have to take your queen back, which I'm happy to do also because I'm up. You know, I have a queen and you don't, and that's always nice. So now what do? You're down a queen. You're down a queen. I'll tell you what I would do. I'll tell you what my strategy is going to be now. Because I'm a material, because I'm winning, and if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you how many points you're up by. So I have two of your pawns, a bishop and a queen, and you have up here at the top left one of my pawns and three of my minor pieces. You have both of my knights, and you have a bishop. So let's count this, right? 3, 6, 9 points in these minor pieces, and you have one pawn, so that makes 10 points total. I have two pawns, a bishop, and a queen. So a queen is 9 points, a bishop is 3, so that's 12, and then I have two pawns, so that's 14. So I have 14, and you have 10, and that's why I'm up +4. So because I'm up material, my goal now is I'm just going to try to trade all your pieces. If I can take all my pieces and trade them for yours, this is going to be an easy game for me. Because whenever everything is said and done, I'm going to have more stuff left because I have more points. And the person who has more stuff at the end, well, it's a lot easier for me to attack when I have more things than for you to defend because you have less, right? And that's kind of where the points come into play here. Because I'm up, I'm going to try to trade all your pieces. Now, something to keep in mind: you're taking a long time to think here. I have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. You have 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So you're a minute down on the clock. When that clock hits 0, you lose this game. So you're going to have to start playing a little faster. Otherwise, you're going to run out of time. So what is your best move here? Or what is just a move to improve your position? You can move your rooks in. You can get them in the game. They're not really doing much. I would start with this one. This one's looking at a pawn. It's not doing anything. So I would try to get this rook in the game. You can move it here. You can move it. You can even move it here because it's protected. Okay, yeah, perfect. This rook is now way better than it was before, and that's how you have to think about your position. How can I improve my position, right? Because the goal is to get a checkmate, but it takes time to get a checkmate. And you can't just constantly go for attacks, okay? So then what do? If you're not going for an attack, if you're not trying to literally checkmate the king, what are you doing? Well, I'll tell you. You're trying to put your pieces on better squares than your opponent. You're trying to improve your position every single time. So always think, when I'm going to move a piece, am I making my position worse or am I making my position better? The answer always should be better, or at least neutral. So how do I make my position better? Well, I haven't developed my rooks either. So I can get my rooks in the game. But also, this bishop kind of sucks. Why does this bishop suck? Well, because it's only half of a bishop, right? It's staring straight into this pawn, so I can't move it in any of these squares. So something that I can do to improve my position is move my bishop here. Now it sees a lot more squares. And not only does it see more squares, I also have a really serious threat with that move. That bishop, just that one bishop move, has a really big threat. Do you see the threat? And if you can find the threat, how are you going to stop it? You got 3 minutes to figure it out. Well, really, you have maybe a minute left because you still got to play the rest of the game. On my pawn in the front of my king, exactly. Why is that? Why is that so important? Not opening it up. Look what else. What else is looking at that pawn? So yeah, you see this, but what else is looking at it? The queen. So the goal. The plan is not to take with the bishop. No, I'm going to take with the queen. Yeah, and you can't take me back because it's protected by this bishop. So that would mean that's a checkmate threat. If you allow me to take this, that's a checkmate. So how do you defend it? How do you prevent me from taking this pawn? You got 2 minutes left. Take back with the horse. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly right. So if I take back here and you take, and then I take, is that better for you or me? You better hurry. You got 1 minute and 45 seconds. Maybe you don't need to defend anything. Maybe it's already defended, right? Great move. Blocks my bishop entirely. But you were absolutely right. You could have just taken back with that knight. Good C. Like I said, the knights are tricky and they're hard to find. But that was good. Now, you're absolutely right. This knight is a problem for me. If it wasn't for that knight, then I could, I would have this thing again, right? I would have this attack again. So how do I get rid of the knight? Well, again, I still want to improve my position. So I can move my rooks, but this knight is it's in a great position for you. It's looking at all these squares. You know, it's kind of a problem. And I can't just take it because then you take it with the rook. So I want it to move. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's okay. It happened. I was trying to draw an arrow, but I accidentally took it. But you can definitely take back with your rook there. What I was going to say is I was going to move this pawn forward and attack the knight. But I accidentally took it with the queen. Good move. That's okay. So what I was going to do is I was going to go here and attack the knight so it had to move, which opens this up again. And then I would just have to move that pawn and I have that checkmate threat again. So that was my idea. But I accidentally hung my queen. So now, great move. Doubling the rooks, except it would be a great move to double the rooks. But the pawns are tricky. They take diagonally. And now you're down in less than a minute. Now, at the beginning, guys, I would much rather you lose on time. I would much rather you lose on time than getting checkmated and still have like 7 minutes left on the clock. Great move. Yep, take it. Great, great, great. You're playing great. In fact, after you took my queen, you're winning this position. Now, the problem, though, is you have 39 seconds and I have almost 3 minutes. So you got to figure out how to checkmate me. You're winning. You're completely winning. But now, how do you checkmate me in a winning position with 30 seconds left on the clock? This is how important time is. Because if you had 10 minutes, maybe you would figure it out. But 25 seconds, that's not a lot of time. Okay, I see you're attacking here, you're attacking here. Maybe you're trying to open me up. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary for sure. So what am I going to do here? I don't see any immediate threat. This is a little weak because you're attacking it twice, and you might want to open me up. So I'm just going to defend it. I'm going to defend it again. I'm going to put another defender on that pawn just to make sure. Now, okay, yeah, and you take it anyway. Probably not a bad move. I'm going to take it. Good thing I defended it twice. 14 seconds. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm happy to do that because I want to get all your attacking pieces out of the game. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it happens. This was a great game. So the king, now that I have, this is why it's so important to double your rooks. Two rooks on the same file, this being a file, this whole line is a file here. Super strong because they protect each other. So because I have these rooks doubled, I actually have a checkmate right there. Wow, what a great game. I mean, that really came down to the end there. I did actually hung my queen there by a misclick, but still, even without that, you lasted all the way to the end game and played very reasonably. The time got to you, but honestly, that's the best way to lose a game. If you're going to lose a game, you want to lose on time. A lot of beginners, they will get checkmated or make a bad move with 8, 7, 8, 9 minutes on the clock. 9 minutes, 8 minutes, and they go through the whole game in 2 minutes. Guys, if you're gonna go through the whole game in 2 minutes, play a 2-minute game. If you're playing a 10-minute game, use all your time. I want to read 100%, brother. That was a great game. Let me play another one of you guys. Who's up next? Who's up next? Conrad or Copster? Conrad or Copster? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Christian, a lot of your games, bro, by the way, a lot of your games end with like 7 or 8 minutes on the clock. Kobe. Kobe, is that Copster? Is Kobe Copster? I didn't ask who is who whenever you were giving me the usernames earlier. Hey, Abdullah, what's up, brother? Yeah, it is Copster. Abdullah, yeah, man, this has been awesome, dude. So today, I decided to do a chess academy. Basically, wanted to go and do some basics. And TJ and his family are learning chess for the first time, so they came in today to learn, and we're learning the basics here. So I love that you developed a piece for your first move. That's great. What I want you guys to do is, unless you absolutely have to, you don't want to put a knight on the edge of the board. Why? Because a knight on the edge of the board is only really a half of a knight. This knight is so powerful. It can move in so many places. But when you put it on the edge of the board like that, now it can only move to here or here. These are the only, well, or back, which, like we already established, you don't want to do. So this is not a great square for the knight because it only can go 2 places. As opposed to if you go here, now it can go to, so if this knight was over here, now it could go here, 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 or back. And 2 of the squares it can go is the center, which is more important. So try not to put your knights on the center of the board like that. And because the knight didn't come here and it's not looking over here, I'm going to take the center with 2 pawns. So now I have 2 pawns in the center. This is really good for me. I never mentioned not to put the knights in the on the side like that, so it makes total sense. You were just trying to develop a piece. Exactly. That's what you want to do. You want to, exactly. And now you're attacking my pawn. This knight is so much more active and open. Much better move. So now I'm going to defend it with my knight. So if you take that and I take that, then I am going to be ahead of you. So good job not doing that, not falling for that. Now, if you can attack, this is a little bit more advanced, I'll say. But if there's a knight and you can attack it with a pawn, it's probably a good move. It's probably a good move. Because what you really want to do now, right, is you want to get your bishop out. That's probably why you did that. Because you want to get this over here so you can get this over here so you can castle. Was that your plan? I bet it was. Really good plan. So I want to try to slow you down as much as possible. So but I also want to advance my position. So again, this is a little bit more advanced, but I think it's going to make a lot of sense in this position. So I'm going to move my pawn here, attacking your knight, because it's going to force you to waste a move. Because now you got to protect your knight. I'm moving into your position, and now you have to move your knight somewhere, either on the edge of the board, back, or here where I can attack it again. There's really no good move, or over here, of course. So this is a good move for me because I'm preventing you from doing your plan. Temporarily. I'm making it hard for you. I'm making it hard for you to get your pieces out. That was probably the best place for your knight. I think that was the best decision. Like I said, over here is bad because it's on the center. It's in the edge of the board, which we already established is not good. Over here, I'm just gonna. If you moved it over here, I'm just gonna attack it again. So I can trade it, which I think I'm gonna do. Perfect. So you've kind of equalized, I'll say. And look, I'm not close to castling at all. So I need to develop some pieces so I can castle too. So I'm gonna get my knight out. Very instructive game so far. This has been really good. And I love how you guys are listening to the beginning of that lesson and getting your pieces out. Great job. I'm gonna also get my bishop out so I can castle. Look at that. Beautiful. 2 castle kings, 2 safe kings. This is a game now. All of a sudden, I had some options. I had some opportunities to get to this king, but now it's super protected. You got to be careful with this move. These 3 pawns are very important in your position right now because they're protecting your king. So you want to try not to move these pawns until the very end, because now you have a hole. You have a hole in your wall, and it's not necessary. You didn't need to make a hole in your wall. You could have done other things first. So now I'm gonna take that pawn, and are you gonna take back with the pawn or the bishop? The pawn or the bishop? Which is better? Which is better? Or the rook? The bishop. Excellent decision. That was the best move in that position, I bet. Because if you would have taken with the pawn, now your king is really open. So that would be a bad option. You could have took back with the rook, but the rook is more of an in-game piece. It'd be attacked easily, kind of like the knight there. The bishop you want in front of the pawns. So great decision for taking with the bishop. Now you're attacking my pawn, but it's defended. So I'm going to keep developing my pieces. I have pieces to develop, so I'm going to develop them. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. I don't see an obvious way to attack that king. Yeah, you open it up and there's some weak spots, but I don't see a way to attack it yet. So let's get all my pieces out first, right? Let's get all these pieces out, and then I can start thinking about an attack. Okay. This move makes a lot of sense because you want to get it out of that bad position it was in, and you're attacking some of my pieces. I like that move. I like that move a lot. I'm just going to attack it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, whenever I go to look, it doesn't look like there's anybody here anymore. It's kind of hard for me I don't really know if there's a better way for me to see that, but just based on what I know, it doesn't look like I have anybody in the chat. Are you guys here? Can you guys hear me? If somebody's in the chat, let me know. Great move. I was thinking you were going to take this bishop, but you actually went back. Yes, you're here. Okay, yeah. I don't know how. Okay, cool. It says nobody's here, and now everybody popped in, so I'll have to figure that out. This was a really good move, I think. It's in a much better position now. This whole maneuver was good, and I had to push a pawn forward, and I can't ever move that pawn back again. I like that move a lot. And now you're threatening this pawn because you're attacking it twice, so now I have to defend it. That was a great move. That was a really good move. How do I want to defend that? Man, I think I'm going to have to move another pawn, which I don't really like. I mean, I didn't have to move it very far, but you know, you got to be careful moving these pawns at the beginning, I tell you, because I'm creating openings now. And this is things you need to see, right? I'm creating holes in my wall. Holes that this light square bishop can get in. And right now, it's not a big deal because the light square bishop is garbage. You know, it's behind a bunch of pawns. It's not threatening anything. But in the future, because I can never move these pawns back again, in the future, that could be a problem. And because you move this knight over here like that, it made me have to move this pawn. Great move. That's a long-term move. Makes a lot of sense. And you move this one here. Again, I like that move too. It prevents anything. I'm going to have to start moving a little faster because I'm down on time here. I'm going to develop my rook and just take this open file. An open file is a file that doesn't have any pieces on it yet. So open files are very strong for rooks. You genuinely want to try to take open files when they're available. Okay. So I would have preferred you to get this bishop out somehow, somewhere. Probably the best move is right here, attacking this diagonal. I don't hate this move. It also allows you to move the bishop over here too. Let's go here. Getting my queen off the starting square. Now I'm officially developed. I got my pieces out. I can definitely improve my rooks. I can maybe double them on this file. That's a idea. You know, depends on what you do. But it would be nice to have rooks doubled on this file here because it's an open file. Developing your bishop. I like that you develop your bishop, but look where you developed it. It's behind another piece, so it can't really do anything. You know, so now you're gonna have to move it again at some point, and that kind of wastes a turn, right? Timing is very important in chess. So if you can move it all the way over here, I can see why maybe you didn't do that because then I can attack it. You know, if you move to here, I could take it. If you move to here, accident. Okay. The best move would have been here because I was threatening this pawn. And this pawn comes with check. So definitely the best position here. And maybe that's what you were trying to do. That's... if you're playing on a laptop, I think someone said they're on a laptop. If you're trying to draw arrows like this on a laptop, it's very hard because you have to double... Unless you have a mouse, you have to like use 2 fingers to tap it, and that's the same way you move. So it happened to me all the time when I play on a laptop. I'm trying to draw arrows or something, but I accidentally move. It's a lot easier on the phone. You can't really draw arrows on the phone. But yeah, good move. You could have defended like this. As well, but I like that too. I mean, you could have defended like that, but I would have done this too. This is a better move, I think. Okay, so now I'm starting to see stuff, right? I'm starting to see tactics. Can anybody spot a way to threaten checkmate? I can move one piece and threaten checkmate. That move is queen to e4. Queen to e4 lines up these two pieces, which work together really well, to attack that pawn. And so you have to defend that, because if I take with the pawn, you can't take back because it's covered, right? And the queen sees both of these squares, so that would be checkmate. So one move, and now I'm threatening checkmate. And that's something, you know, when you're in the middle game, this is now considered the middle game. You want to, these are things you want to start looking for. What's one move I can make that threatens a piece? Unfortunately, the knight over here does not prevent this checkmate. So I will take it and finish the game with the checkmate. Great game. Great first game. So before I play the next one, I want to quickly talk about something that I never mentioned before, but I think is important. So obviously the objective of the game is to take the king. But in order to take the king, the game will prevent you from being able to do it in any way possible. So how do I want to explain this? If there are two pieces, let's do it this way. This is a very common, I'm going to teach you something I never want you to do because it's a really bad habit. You can win some games like this, especially at the beginning. This is called the Scholar's Mate. Yeah, great game. Great game. Both of you guys have played a great game. You're doing principal chess. You're getting your king castled, and you're developing your pieces. Very good. This is called the Scholar's Mate. Okay, so it starts like this, just like the Italian. You bring your queen over here. Now, a common move here is they just attack the queen, and then they hang this this pawn, which is a check. So that's not the best move. Instead they see, so they don't hang that pawn, they try to defend it. And they defend it by developing a piece, which is very normal. I mean, think about it. You're just playing principal chess. You want to develop a piece, you're attacking, you know, your opponent moved his queen out to attack this, so you're defending it. Very natural so far. And then I move here. Right? Then I move there. And already I'm threatening checkmate. And I hope you get what I'm saying with this. The thing is, when there's two pieces attacking something next to, and the only piece that can defend it is the king. The king is not actually defending it, because the game will not allow you, right? The game will not allow you to take, because it knows it's going to be taken again. And once the king is gone, so it's a checkmate, right? So you can't take this queen because it's defended. This is a tactic that both of you fell for in your games. Two pieces attacking the king. You have to defend it with another piece. So in this position, I moved this pawn forward. You have to defend the square with another piece. So like the queen, for example. Now if I take, the queen can take, and I can take, and then you can take. And it's not checkmate anymore. Right? I hope that makes sense. Okay. And we got Conrad. Are you ready, Conrad? Do you want to play? Up to you, brother. You don't have to play. I'm happy to play. Conrad, if you don't want to play, I'll play Christian. Oh, you got to go to bed? Okay, no worries, guys. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciated you guys swinging by. I hope you learned some chess tonight. And, catch my live streams every once in a while. Send me some requests. I'd love to play you. Have a good night. Sleep safe. Christian, do you want to play a game, brother? Are you still on? Christian, if you're still on, I would love to play a game, my friend. Best teacher. Hey, thanks, guys. It means a lot. Seriously. Uh, to be honest, I've never taught chess before, so I'm hoping that you did learn something, and and I'll get better at it, and you'll get better at chess, and we'll get better together. Awesome, guys. I'm glad it was helpful. Thanks so much. It means so much. I'm so happy I could help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a blessed night. Say have good dreams. Say your prayers tonight. Love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Christian, I'm about to send you a invite, my brother. And Christian, I normally hey, that's what I'm talking about. Love to see that, man. Love to see it. See ya. See ya, see ya, see ya. Appreciate you, Cameron. Appreciate you very much, brother. Christian, I'm gonna send you an invite and keep my stream up. I want to play you in real time, and I want to talk through. I want to talk through what I think are mistakes that you make. I'm not going to do it like I was them because you're a lot. I would probably lose if I did that. But if I think you make like a tactical mistake uh, or something like that, I want to talk about it. So you're still. Let me know in the chat if you're still here or if you left before you heard me say wait. Let me know. You really like that, huh? There's a really cool opening with this where you sacrifice a you bring the knight out. I take you double your pawns like that, and then you bring the queen out. And yeah, there's a whole opening with this knight setup like that. Okay, I don't know if you're still here or not, but I'm gonna tell. I hope you watch this later because I took a pawn, and you could take a pawn back, but you didn't. So I'm just up a pawn, and now I'm just gonna defend it. So now I just, you know, I'm up a pawn for no reason, you know, because you could have took it. Yeah, I guess you already left the chat, which is good. I meant to tell you before, but I forgot. Ooh, I'm tired. Man, this takes a lot out of me. Fine with that. Opens my road. Dang it, it's delayed. Crap, dude. I am trying to figure out how to not delay it. I don't know how to do that. I changed some settings today. I was hoping it took, but I guess it didn't. I'm gonna pull up my live stream and see how much it's see how bad the delay is. Because I don't know how to fix that. Um oh, a pre-move castle. Okay, Mr. Fancy. How about now? Now what are you gonna do? You're in trouble already, by the way. Yeah, but now what? Can't take. Mm, mm. Where's my okay stream? okay. It's not delayed that much. I think this is fine. Let me see. I mean, it is a little bit. It's probably like a good 5 seconds, which it would be better. I wish I didn't have it, but okay. So I can win a pawn, right? That's what I'm looking at right now. Definitely win a pawn. Is that the best move? To be honest, probably not, but it is a good move because it is winning a pawn. Well, now that I don't know if that was a misclick or what, bro. But yeah, that just hangs a knight and a bishop. Knight and a bishop. Bro, you know what? I think you just play too fast, to be honest. I think you just play too fast. You're playing too fast, bro. You're playing too fast, man. Slip, finger slip. Oh, the queen. Okay, the queen. Yeah. But you still do play too fast. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that hangs a fork. Although you can take. Um honestly, yeah. I don't know. Probably taking is best, yeah. But yeah, bro, honestly, your whole thing, I when I watch your games, almost all your games end with like 8 7 8 minutes left. You just you play too fast, man. You play too fast. I used to do the same thing, man. I would do the same thing. I play so fast. You know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you're not really playing chess because you're not really thinking about strategy. You're just trying to attack the king all the time. And again, I get it. I used to do that all the time. But I never really improved until I stopped doing that. Because there's more to it than just trying to go for the, you know, attack pieces and checkmate the king. You have to think about the strategy, defense. What is the opponent going to do? Yeah, and so I know you know this. Like, this is checkmate, right? But in this knight was defending checkmate, which is why I put this here to try and take it. You know what I mean? And I know you see that, but you play too fast. Try. I'm going to challenge you, bro. This game, try to use all your time. If you are going to lose this game, try to lose on time, if anything. But take your time. Even if you think the next move, even if you think the move is obvious, try and take your time. And this will be the last game because it's 10 o'clock. Well, it's past 10. I gotta get to bed. Oh man, I am very tired. Had a long day, bro. I rolled the crap out of my ankle playing basketball the other day, and I'll send you a picture. It looks awful, awful. Um, I like that move, especially if you're planning that. I'm just gonna try to capture my king really quickly. Yeah, yeah. That's very reasonable. Your king is a little open though. So what if I just don't take it? I just do this. You know, I'm one move away from castling, and you're two minimum. Well, so now this is kind of hard to see, probably, but I win this pawn. Why do I win that pawn? Because takes uh, takes, right? It's currently defended. But if I take first, you take back. Now I just remove the defender of this pawn. This is the tactical find that it just takes practice to see. Honestly, puzzles helps with this. So I take this knight, and now I take this pawn. And if you take back, I remove that defender, so I win the pawn. I mean, yeah, you don't have to take it, which is probably the best move, but I still won the pawn. And now I'm just gonna castle. And now I'm just gonna cancel. And then I'm just gonna develop my pieces. I'm just gonna develop my pieces. Okay, I like it. I'm trying to get castle. I'm gonna go here. Basically trying to prevent you from castling. So I'm attacking your pieces, trying to slow you down, making you move again, and I'm gonna basically, the more I can make you move and develop my pieces, the better. So because all you want to do is castle, but I keep improving my position with every single move. So you got to think like, where's the best place for my um so that loses a pawn because I'm attacking that square twice, here and here. So takes, and you still can't castle. And if you take and I take and you castle, I take this pawn. Oh no, sorry, it's defended by the knight. So after that, you can't castle, but I'm up two pawns now. Both of these pawns were tactical finds. Again, you're more than capable of seeing these tactical um, things that I'm seeing for these pawns, but you know, we're basically in the middle game, and you've only used 2 minutes. So take your time, bro. Take your time. You're playing 10-minute chess. If you want to play fast chess, if you prefer fast chess, don't play 10-minute rapid. Play 3-minute blitz. You know, play 3-minute blitz. Maybe you're better at that. Maybe you're better at blitz. I'm not good at blitz. I need time. I need a lot of time. more than I, more than 10 minutes usually. Okay, so now I just wanted to improve my position. This pawn is kind of weak. I mean, it's protected by the knight, but only the knight. So I just want to, I'm gonna put my bishop here. It's gonna look all the way over here where your king is. So for future attacks, it's good. But it's also defending this pawn right now. So probably a good move. And so I'm not thinking about how do I checkmate your king. I'm thinking about how do I get more pieces looking in the direction of your king? Because eventually I will see a mate. You know what I mean? The better you are, the sooner, maybe the further away you could see the mate. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what that does because that's defended. Yeah. What was that? What was that? That just wastes. That just allows me. I mean, I just get that for free now. You know. What do I want to do now? So, check this out. I have a pretty cool thing I can try. So now I'm starting to see checkmates. Right. I didn't see this before, but now that it's here, now I'm starting to think. So I have a really cool thread. I'm gonna see if you find it. You have. Okay, well that does protect that. I don't know if you see it, but that does prevent my mate here temporarily. I still have the tactic here. I'm threatening a mate in 2, but I'm threatening this bishop in 1. My next move, I will. You'll see why you're gonna lose this bishop if you don't defend it. So I'm gonna leave that. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna see if you can find out what I'm talking about. You have 6 minutes. Yeah, so you don't see it. Didn't see it. Check this out, bro. If this pawn wasn't here, if that pawn was not there, this would be a checkmate, right? That would be a checkmate. So if I move this pawn forward, I threaten checkmate. So now you have to defend it, but now the pawn is there. So and it's my turn. So if you defend it with the rook, I take the rook for free, or I at least take the bishop. But you have no way. You have no way now to. You're going to lose material somehow. Okay, so yeah, you chose to lose the bishop. But you see what I'm saying? And I saw that. I saw that because I just developed. That all started because I just developed a piece. Okay. Um. You honestly, bro, you really probably should have taken this pawn because it's really close to promoting, and I'm gonna do it now. All I can think about now is I'm gonna do everything I can to save this pawn, because if I can save that pawn, it's gonna win me the game. So I'm immediately gonna defend it. Now you can take, but you don't want to be trading pieces right now because you're down pieces. So this basically forces doesn't force you to take, but I mean you got to do something. Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at takes, and then your rook is hanging. You can take back, but a rook for a bishop is good, and not only that, you're down pieces, so trading is good for me too. And I have a pawn that's almost about to promote, so this exchange is for sure good for me. And you have to take it because I have you have a rook hanging. So take, and I'm going to take. And then, oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you take with, what am I thinking? Sorry. Takes. Okay, the rook's not there anymore. So I don't win your rook, but still, my point stands that you don't want to be trading pieces. So I'm happy to trade pieces. Well, then you just this hangs the rook though. This hangs the rook and threatens your queen again. Chess is hard, bro. Chess is a hard game. Uh, Gotham Chess, that YouTuber I mentioned, he he uh, he just came out with another one of those episodes of the slow run, and he's at like 1100 elo up there right now. But they're so good, even for me right now. They're so informative, and he's only at 1100. He's playing people live at 1100 rating. GG Christian, GG bro. And I learned a lot from him at 1100 rating. I'm 13, so 14 and up. Oh, Abdullah, you caught me just in time, man. I was about to get off, but for you, brother, I will play. I will play you real quick. I will play you real quick, bro, because I know you're usually at school and you don't have time. Oh crap! Hold on. This is unrated, but whatever. Let's just do an unrated one. Oh, okay, okay. Abdullah, my man. I spent the last hour and a half giving chess advice. Let's see if you can beat me, man. Let's see if you can beat me. What's our score? What's our Uh, have you beat me yet? I think you did. I think you did. Pretty sure you did. The Scandinavian. I need to do again. I haven't really studied much since the last time we talked, but I did watch a Gotham video that taught me a little bit about the Scandinavian, and so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Go here. I think I'm gonna go. That's where I normally go. Um, I want to play this. How do I want to play this? Knight. I don't love that, but I really need to get settled. Um. Okay. What does that do? Do I care? Do I care? I think so. Do I just castle? I think I'm just gonna castle this way. Oh. It's defended. I don't really like that my knight goes over there, but not the end of the world. Oh no, I'm tripping. It's threatening my knight. So yeah, if I go here, and I'm fine with that. Fine with that. Almost hung my bishop. That was close. Man, for a long stream, nowhere. Um, yeah, it's starting to be a little weird. I need to make some breathing room for myself. Um, here, here's that. Win my bishop. No, but it's looking scary. I don't know if I want to castle that way now. It's going to develop my last piece. I think I'm just going to get rid of this. Although I don't know if I like these pawns doubled up like that right there. It's tough. I think I would prefer if you just took. I would love that action. So why don't you do that, bro? Now, something to keep in mind: your king is open, pretty open. So if I can do this and then get rid of that, I mean, this is a check immediately. So here, here, here. Okay, I kind of like that. So here, 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 here. Definitely opens up a lot. I gotta be careful with that. Still not castle, man. I really should castle. I know I should castle. Definitely want to castle before I start opening stuff up. So let's just do that. And I think I'm going to castle this way. Yeah. Uh, so let me look at this again. Here, here, here. No, that doesn't work. But here, here, here. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Now, this is the bane of my existence. Here, here, here. Maybe there. Tough, tough, tough. This is definitely a good game, man. Okay. Not entirely sure what that does. It could just be a slight improvement move. Here, I think it's definitely a good move. Okay, maybe, and that's what you were preventing. Okay, just an understanding why you did that. Hmm. Get off of that diagonal. What? Okay, that makes sense. And that one's a bishop. Wow, that wasn't your idea. That was your idea. Crap, dude. Did not see that at all. Here, check. Dang, man. That's rough, too. Ooh, that's rough. Good find, man. Good find. Great find. Honestly. I knew I needed to get off that diagonal, too. I said it. Totally said it. Great move. Great move. So, how do I come back from this now? This king is still open. Okay. Not seeing. Okay, just taking that pawn. Takes, takes, takes. Okay. Now what? Now what? Hmm. Oh man, I'm getting quiet because I'm trying to concentrate, but also I'm tired. Yikes, man. I don't see any obvious way from the check idea right now. Takes, check, takes, check. Stick back. You just start pushing these pawns. If he takes here, I trap it. So I don't think he'll do that. If he doesn't move it, I might do this. Oh no. Okay. Trying to open up my king, I guess. I guess. Dang, Abdullah. That tactical find with the bishop was brutal for me. Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe I missed that. It's a good find. It's also a good thing to keep in mind for the Scandinavian, because I feel like that could be pretty common. That was a pretty regular position. I feel like I got myself into, and yeah, it just seemed like it came out of nowhere. But you obviously set that up pretty far in advance, or not pretty far, but I mean, obviously you saw that coming. Here, try to stay up on time. This could look. This looks kind of could be like it could be good in the future. Not right now. I'm going to start pushing these pawns when I can. Don't know what that does. I don't know what that does. Is it just going here? Uh, Trying to stay up on the clock. Unreal. Unreal. Oh my god. Queen is so strong. Dang it, man. Dang it. Uh, just pawns, I guess. Okay, made it immediately. Dang it, Abdullah. You can't see those checkmates coming from a mile away, can you? Dang it, man. I hung that. I feel like I was doing pretty. I mean, you had a minute and a half left. I was just trying to hang in there. You played that at a 1950, dude. Holy crap, man. What are we gonna do? Yeah, I'm just completely crushing. Yeah, I knew better to do that. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? They're attacking me here. But I went in front of this ridiculous thing. Like, thanks, Abdullah, man. You played that game so well, bro. If you watch the review, you played it as a 1950. I believe it, man. That was tough. Yeah, this tactical find you had to get my bishop really good. I need to keep this in mind that this could happen. It wanted me to take it? No way. It straight up wants me to sacrifice the queen for two pieces here. I just don't think I could bring myself to do that. But yeah, I just need to get away from this. Yeah, and I felt it in my groins that this queen needed to be away out of this skewer. Um, Not skewer, but out of this. Yeah, whatever you would call it. But for some reason, I kept moving other pieces. Well, hey, GG, bro. Glad you got to come in today before I got off. But yeah, man. Hopefully some more people start piling in like today over time, man. But until then, or for as long as you want to keep supporting me, I really greatly appreciate it, brother. Seriously, thanks for popping on. Basically every day, even though you got school and all this other stuff going on. It means a lot, man. It means a lot. So, yeah, keep making suggestions if you can think of anything else. If you can think of anything else to improve the stream, I'm open. I'm open to it, brother. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, brother. Later.